We are experiencing some technical difficulties so far this morning. If you will just bear with us for just a minute, and we will get started. All right, good morning. I think we're ready to get started. We're so glad that everybody is with us this morning. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. I had to look at the calendar because I'd lost track of the days. What day is today? Today is Thursday. And I hope everybody is doing well. And this morning we're going to get started with our third session in this series. This is Bryan Varin's hopefully he didn't change the name of it, because what I've got is More Than a Meal with Bryan Varin. So take it away, Bryan.
All right. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're sorry for the technical difficulties. Believe it or not, a few minutes prior to starting this session, the Pause Secure Network, I'm in my office. I'm not at home today, but the Pause Secure Network actually seems to have gone down. So I was all ready to get rolling on this, and I lost all internet connectivity as a result from my laptop. But anyway, here we are. And good morning, everyone. I want to start this off by just conveying to everyone how much or how I just hope that everyone's doing really well this morning. I know these are crazy times that we're living through, a lot of stressful times and anxiety out there. We're really grateful that you're part of our team. We're grateful to be a part of the Auxillary Services team. Having secure jobs in environments like this, I know it takes a lot of anxiety and stress off of people. And I know from my own personal sake and for my own family, we're very grateful to have jobs here at the University of Georgia and to be so well provided for in these difficult times. So I wish you all health, wellness, safety as we go through all of this. And I really appreciate everyone taking the time this morning to join us as well. So today, I'm just going to give you an overview of UGA dining services. I'm sure there's some on the call that aren't affiliated necessarily with dining, but maybe they're in a different area within Auxiliary Services. And so what we'll do is we'll go through, I've got a few slides to share. I can't see them on my phone where I'm talking to you from. I've got them pulled up on, I'm going to handle that for us. Catherine, if you're out there and controlling the slides, I'm going to go down to slide 2. Okay. And we'll start from there. So right. Just as a little bit of history on the department, for those who aren't aware, dining services was actually established in 1806. We have been a continually operating dining services department on UGA's campus for 214 years. Also, as an auxiliary service, dining services provides over 20,000 meals every single day to our campus during a normal day on the academic year. Now, we are in the academic year now. It's not a normal day. So far for breakfast, we've served all of one person this morning. So that gives you a little bit of an indicator of what we're doing this morning compared to a typical morning in an April on campus. So it's very slow for us for obvious reasons. We serve out of 5 dining commons. I'm sure many of you know what those are. Bolton Dining Commons, the Niche. Sorry, my phone is sliding on me. Bolton Dining Commons, the Niche, Oglethorpe Dining Commons, the Village Summit Dining Commons, and then also Snelling Dining Commons. We also have more than 20 retail locations across campus, and we also have a full service campus catering department. This year, we have provided meal plan service to just over 12,000 University of Georgia students, faculty, and staff. So with that, we'll go to the next slide, Catherine. And I just want to touch really quickly on what the mission and vision of UGA Dining Services is. And a few years ago, in a partnership with Web Food Service Design, members of the dining services team got together on some training sessions and also some strategic planning sessions. And we kind of redefined who we are and where we're going in the future. So our mission statement really is a statement of what we strive to achieve on a daily basis. And our vision statement is how we see ourselves being and looking towards. So our mission statement is very simple, really, I think, but it really hits the nail on the head, is that our goal is to partner with the University of Georgia community to promote a thriving learning environment through exceptional dining services. And, we might ask ourselves, what exactly does that mean? And, my interpretation of that and the way that I feel about it is, I try to look at a few key words in that statement. One being community, one being partner, and then also another one, the learning environment piece. So, we are here to support our campus, and we are here to support the educational mission of our campus and to support that academic side of the house. Students, in order to perform, I believe, well scholastically, they need to be well provided for in the sense of nutritious food, excellent customer service, and things of that nature. Our goal on a daily basis is to promote that educational mission, to support the educational mission, really by every day serving excellent food, welcoming environments. That customer service component is so important. And we think about that a lot, and we hear it from students all the time, that when they come into our facilities, when they come into our dining halls and our other areas, that, they feel like they're coming home. They feel like that we're a home away from home for them. And I think as long as we're hearing those things from students and we're feeling that from them and they're feeling that from us, I believe that we're doing a really great job on that one, because we really are their home away from home. And for many of our students, this might be the first time that they've ventured away. So, and I'll bring a couple of people to light, really. You look at Sandra, Miss Sandra over at Snelling, and the hugs that she provides students when they come in. And it's very meaningful for students. And we hear so much about those personal interactive pieces and how the students, they just constantly say, we love coming into the facilities. We love coming into the dining commons. We not only love the food, but we really, really love that customer service component and really feeling part of a family. And I think family is really important when we look at that. So we try to, back to the mission piece, we try to really promote and support that educational mission through doing really what we do every day, which is providing exceptional service and then also providing great food too. So we've got a lot of people behind the scenes working very hard to do those things. And then our vision is to, and this is a kind of a higher level thing, is to be the innovative and collaborative culinary leader recognized as the forward-thinking expert and valued resource for the university and the community. We advance a culture of excellence and enhance the experience through education, quality nutrition and service for our students, faculty, and staff beyond. So that's a broader goal there. That's a broader vision of who we want to be and what we strive to be more moving forward. But again, it also plays into that supportive piece of how we give back to our campus and how we integrate into our campus community and be a part of the UGA family. We achieve a lot of the things within our vision on an everyday basis. Quality nutrition. I mean, we put a lot of resources to making sure that, we've got quality, nutritious food that's available. To touch on on varied types of diets and nutritional needs. We have an excellent nutrition team within the department of registered dietitians that are always there for our students and our meal plan patrons to provide nutrition counseling, nutrition support, help students navigate the meal plan. And then there's also that service component too. And then also touching on the educational piece, that all ties back into that support of the educational mission and really just being a support piece for our campus. So that covers our mission and our vision. And so as we go to the next slide, really, this just gives us a breakdown of really what we are and who we are in terms of locations that we offer. I'm sure that most of you know this already, but just very quickly, we've got our residential dining commons. That's Bolton, O House, the Niche at Health Science Campus, Snelling Dining Commons, and the Village Summit over at Joe Frank Harris Commons. But then we also have, and this is equally as important, we have over 20 retail locations that are scattered around campus. And it's a long list. I won't read all of that to you, but you can see it's a mix of not only nationally branded concepts like Chick-fil-A and Starbucks, but also some regional components and local components too. Barbaritos, for example, is a local, regionally spanning burrito concept that we've partnered with them for many, many years. And then also too, you see some self-branded concepts in there. The coffee shops at Baldwin and CMM, those are concepts that we've built, and we've designed those concepts and put those forward. Also, Athena Mediterranean Grill is a good example of a self-branded concept where we've developed the menu, the service platform, and things like that. 1785 Food Truck, another good example of that. So there's a nice mix there. But then on the second bullet point, you also notice that Dining Services partners with Jittery Joe's. Jittery Joe's is an extremely popular local coffee roaster. We're very proud of that relationship that we have with Jittery Joe's because we're able to give back to the community by supporting their mission and their services as well. And not only that, they have really great coffee. When we did a survey a few years ago with our consultants, we asked students and faculty staff across campus, what do you want to see from coffee? What kind of coffee do you want on campus? Because at the time, we really felt like we weren't hitting the mark as well as we could be in that area. Well, first and foremost, and overwhelmingly, we heard we want a Starbucks and we wanted it Tate. Okay, that's good. We provided that. We set out on a course, developed that project, partnered with Starbucks, and accomplished that. But secondly, what we heard was that students and faculty and staff really, really liked Jittery Joe's coffee. And while we already had a Jittery Joe's concept at the Miller Learning Center, we felt we had an opportunity to expand and offer more. So now we have 3 locations of Jittery Joe's, one at the Miller Learning Center, which has been there since 2002, I believe. We have a newer one at the Science Library, and we also have one at the Law School up on North Campus. And just so that you understand the impact that the University of Georgia and Dining Services has on a local company like Jittery Joe's, I'd like to share a story with you about that. In the last recession back in 2008 to around 2010 or so, Jittery Joe's as a company financially suffered greatly, like many other companies did through that recession. It was the store at Miller Learning Center that kept Jittery Joe's in business and kept them being a vibrant company and really saved their business. And I like to share that example because it conveys to all of us as a team how a positive community partnership can really benefit a local company and also benefit the local community as well by keeping a business thriving and keeping it in business. And I think that that's something that we can all be really proud about, is that we have those opportunities to do that. And then as the last bullet point there, but certainly not the least, we have a catering program in campus catering that we can all be very, very proud of. Our catering team consistently puts together beautiful, very nicely done events. The food quality that Chef Jorge and Chef Steve and the culinary team put together for those events is outstanding. We get so many good compliments about our catering services across the board. And it's something that we can all be very proud of because we are all one team and we all represent one another in everything that we do. So Catherine, let's go on to the next slide. And the next slide is what's new and what's coming. So what's new is Athena Mediterranean Kitchen at the Market at Tate. We opened that back last summer. It's a Mediterranean concept, so you can go there, you can get gyros, you can get Mediterranean salads, you can get baklava, things like that. It replaced the former Bulldog Burger. Bulldog Burger was a great concept, but for some reason, burger sales were declining, and we kept hearing from students that they wanted fresher options, maybe healthier options and things of that nature. And we were kind of lacking on that Mediterranean component on campus. So, we talked to some students. We went to the student partners through Auxillary Services, kind of pitched the idea to them, gave them some samplings of food. And what we found is that it was a very popular concept. So they do a great job over at Tate Center, over in the Market at that. Another new concept, Lemongrass Kitchen at Bolton Dining Commons. We partnered with Chef Mai Pham, who is a celebrity chef. You might have seen her on the Food Network before. She owns a few restaurants, mainly out in California. She's based out of Sacramento, but she's also scattered around to a few different college campuses as well. Lemongrass Kitchen is her first location that she's been able to open in an all-you-care-to-eat residential dining facility like Bolton. It replaced the former Canteen, which was a very similar concept, but what we like about this is Lemongrass really spans more areas of that Asian component. There's a lot of Thai food, Korean food, a little bit of Japanese, different types of Chinese that are scattered in there. Really fresh, really nice recipes, great training programs for our team, and it's been very, very well received by our students. The next thing that's coming and on the way is that we are opening a new market on the health science campus, much like the market that we have at Tate Center and at Russell and a couple of other locations across campus. It will be located directly downstairs from the niche in the lower level of Scott Hall. It will offer the typical convenience items, fresh grab and go, freshly rolled sushi from our Sushi with Gusto over on East Campus, a nice selection of bottled beverages, but it will also have a third Einstein's Bagels location. This will be an express location. And just so y'all know, our current Einstein locations are called Coffee and Bagels, but this summer we're going to be converting those to actually Einstein Brothers Bagels serving Caribou Coffee locations. And we'll be updating some signage and doing some things on that. But this will be our third Einstein's location, and it will be out at the Health Science campus. It is scheduled to open in August of 2020. So Catherine, next slide, please. All right, and then just a few fun facts and other cool things about dining services before we can hopefully get into some Q&A. So Bolton Dining Commons. Bolton was opened in 2014, August of 2014. What we've learned about Bolton since then, it is the single largest restaurant in the entire state of Georgia. Bolton also serves over 40% of meal plan customers on a daily basis, which is really roughly about 8,000 meals per day. Another fun fact about Bolton is the day that we opened Bolton, which was August the 14th of 2014, the first day of class of that academic year, we served one less than 10,000 meals. 9,999 meals was the daily meal count in Bolton Dining Commons on the first day. I can tell you from experience, after having lived through that first day and that first week of being at Bolton, I'm really glad that we're serving only 8,000 meals a day at Bolton as opposed to 10,000 meals a day at Bolton, because it was very, very difficult, but it was a fun time. We made it through it, lots of teamwork, lots of great stuff. As a department, we serve more than 20,000 meals a day. Also, we are self-funded, as you might have learned from other presentations, auxiliary services, including dining. We are all self-funded. So how do we get our money? How do we get the money to operate and build our budgets and serve our customers? We do it through things like selling meal plans, selling items at Chick-fil-A, having Starbucks on campus. We earn the money that we bring into the department, and we do that by providing exceptional customer service and high quality food, and also being a very positive and supporting partner of our campus. One thing that's really unique about our department that I'm very, very proud of, and I hope you can be too, is that we are 100% voluntary. Most other college campuses and dining services programs across the country are not voluntary. they have some type of a mandatory component, which means that when a first year student and their parents come through orientation, they're basically told at that point they have to buy a meal plan. I know that I'm very proud of the fact that we can go to a student and we can go to a parent during the summer and we can say to them, you know, we're not going to make you spend your money any way that you don't feel like you have to. Instead, we want to earn your trust. We want to earn the money that you earn so that you feel good about spending your money with us. And I believe being a voluntary program allows us to be able to do that, and that we have a sense of trust that's already built in the moment those students come to campus. And I also believe that it's a catalyst for future sales, because people have that trust in us and they know that we're working hard for them and doing the best we can for them. A couple of other fun facts. In 2014, we had 9,600 students on the meal plan. Look at the growth between 2014 and 2019. Current year, we topped out at around 12,000 students on meal plan. We certainly hope to see that number go up in coming years, and I believe that it can, because we got some cool things planned and some campus things that are going to be going on that might help us with that. But you know, we can't lose sense of our community involvement piece. And this is another thing that I'm really proud of too, and I hope you can be. We partner with local groups across the community, mainly Full Plate, Northeast Georgia Food Bank, and CCSD, which is Clark County School District. Usable leftovers. Or I should say, what I should say is non-usable leftovers that are safe to handle, safe to eat, but maybe they don't meet our high quality standards and we don't want to serve them again. We've been donating those leftovers to Full Plate and Action Incorporated for as long as I've been here, and I've been here almost 20 years. I know that our partnership with Full Plate goes back as far as 30 years, and we're really proud of that. That food that they come and pick up from us ends up in local soup kitchens. It goes to local churches, battered women's shelters, boys and girls clubs in the area, things of that nature. So that's a really important thing that we do to give back. Also to Northeast Georgia Food Bank, we donate food to them when we have that opportunity, and we're proud of that. The Clark County School District component, that's a new thing for us. And I really want to share this with you because, you know, we find ourselves in a really, really difficult time right now with everything going on with the coronavirus. And when we shut down operations a few weeks ago and consolidated our operations down to Bolton Dining Commons and went really from serving 20,000 plus meals a day down to, if we're busy today, we might do 50, believe it or not. We were left with a lot of perishable goods that we weren't able to use anymore. We partnered with Clark County School District. You know, they continue to provide meals to students in Clark County through their nutrition program, which I think is a really important thing in the community as we go through this difficult time. And we've been able to supply them and donate to them hundreds of gallons of milk, hundreds of pounds of perishable food items, things like yogurts, fresh milks, some vegetables, fruits, things of that nature. Really impactful stuff. You know, my wife, Margie, she works for Clark County School District as a school nurse. She tells me stories all the time of students that are in need and families in need in Clark County. And I hope that we can all be proud together as a working family in what we've been able to contribute to that cause. We will continue to look for those opportunities as we go through this situation with the virus. And then also too, something to be proud about is the sustainability component. And quickly on that one, and this is a really high overview, we've eliminated all single-use plastic bags in the department. We've converted to compostable containers in most all of our retail locations, places like Panda Express. We don't use styrofoam anymore. We use compostable containers. Campus Catering uses compostable utensils. They use compostable plates. And then we also have a very, very rigorous composting program in the dining commons and in retail dining too. Something you may not know is all of the post-consumer waste in the dining commons that goes down the troughs, into the pulpers, and into the bins out back. All of that is compostable. It goes to the University of Georgia Bioconversion Center and stays out of the Clark County landfill, and instead gets broken down into compost and is used in all of the landscaping applications across campus. By doing that, we're talking about tons upon tons of leftover post-consumer waste that is diverted annually from the landfill to the bioconversion center. Again, something we can all be really proud of. So with that, that's basically the overview of the department, more than a meal, I guess. And I hope we have enough time here. I know we're at 10:30, but we did start a little bit late. I would love an opportunity to get some questions from you guys and do my best to answer them. What I will say is if I don't know the answer to something, I will tell you and I'll find out for you and reach back out to you. So with that, let's open up with some Q&A.
All right, so go ahead and send your messages. There's been several messages through the chat. Everybody's saying good morning. I know that it's been that it's been a challenge to be away from seeing each other every day and the interactions that we have as a family. And so we're adjusting to our new temporary normal. But so far, so okay, here's a question for you, Bryan. We're someone that's so used to eating at their job. How do other places on campus? How does that work for other places on campus?
Okay, Catherine, I'm going to have to ask you. I am having some audio difficulties on my end in hearing you, so it's very low. So if you could say that again and just speak up a little bit louder for me.
Okay, so one of the dining employees is used to eating at their job and wants to know, how does that work for other places on campus?
Okay, that's a good question. And you know, when you look at dining services as a norm across the country in our segment on universities, right, or college campuses, it is typically a given rule, if you will, that employees of the dining department are able to eat in the dining facilities. One of those key components there is that we need employees to be on site. We need them to be here to be able to provide the services that we have. And one of the great things that we can do in that is to keep our employees here and keep them engaged, is to provide that meal and to provide that service. But I think it goes a little bit deeper than that too. And I think it goes into a trust factor. I think, and I believe that customers, when they come into a food service establishment, when they see us in the dining rooms eating alongside of them, I think it does a couple of things. One, I think it builds community. And then secondly, I think it builds trust in the food that we're providing. When they see us eating the food that we've prepared, they trust and believe that the food is wholesome, it's good, it's delicious, we're enjoying it. They will hopefully enjoy it as well. And I think that's a really big benefit of us being able to do what we do with that meal benefit, that it does instill trust in our customers and it builds that community environment. And I'm very happy that we are able to provide that for our team members.
Excellent. Why the choice to expand O-House?
That's another good question. So, we've been looking at a few things, and what we know now with the meal plan counts being where they are at 12,000, and with hopefully future growth of that number. And there's some things going on campus that are probably going to contribute to that growth. What we know is that the facilities that we currently have are at capacity. Bolton built in 2014, it has 1,000 seats. The interesting thing about Bolton is that the moment we opened the front door, we were already too crowded at Bolton. And we've had capacity concerns at Bolton ever since day one. So if we're looking at growth across the campus and new opportunities that might help us grow those meal plan numbers, we've got to think about expanding some other locations. Because of where O-House is and because of where some of that growth may be coming from, it kind of makes sense for us to look at O-House as another opportunity to see, what can we do? How can we enhance that building? How can we add some more seats to that building? And how can we pull students into that building not only to take a little bit of a load off Bolton, but also just to help us with that expansion piece and to be able to provide students with a good, comfortable place to come and eat and study and hang out and do the things that they do.
Excellent. Are there any other plans to add any different or additional franchise locations to campus?
So, that's something that we're always looking at. And right now, our focus currently is on completing the retail component out at Health Science Campus, which does include a third location of Einstein's. I'm going to be honest with you guys, though. The current situation that we're in is requiring us to look at things a little bit differently as far as future projects go, to see, what do we need to do and how are we going to do it. But what I can say is this, is that we're always looking for new opportunities and we're always looking for new ways to enhance the dining experience on campus and to stay relevant with our students, listening to their needs, providing providing for those needs where we can. And it's really important as a dining department that we stay relevant, and we stay relevant by listening to our customers. And when our students say, hey, for example, we want a Starbucks at Tate Center, let's give it to them. Let's work hard and provide that, because then they're going to want to come eat with us and they're going to be part of our program. So I think what we will do as we move forward, we'll continue listening. We'll continue listening to you guys. So if you hear anything, please let us know. Our doors are open to you. So we will constantly be looking for new opportunities moving forward.
So given that you've been with dining for such a long time, what's your favorite dining story? Just quickly, as a wrap up.
My favorite dining story.
You can blame that question.
I don't know what my favorite dining story is. I've got some crazy ones that I've been a part of. Some that I'm comfortable talking about, and maybe some that I'm not. But no, I've been here for 18 years and have certainly seen a lot of things. Sometimes I jokingly say that some of us should get together and write a book. Of course, change the names and all those things. But no, I could definitely write a book. You know what? I'm going to tell his favorite story from yesterday. Okay. And I'm not, this is legitimately a favorite thing. So, we've got a great team of people doing a lot of great things right now. For those of you who are at home, and I think this is really important for you to hear this and for me to share this with you, because it's my personal feeling on this. But for those of you who are at home and you're isolating and you're being responsible and you're not getting out in public and you're doing everything that you can to help us fight this virus that's going on, you are doing really meaningful work. You're doing meaningful work by being at home. You're doing meaningful work by engaging in these opportunities that we're engaging in right now. And I think you can be proud of that, because it's going to take efforts like what you're doing to be able to get over what we're going through right now. There's also some of us that are here on campus that are doing really important, meaningful work too, representing you guys. And we're all in this together. And we've got a great team of people that are circulating through Bolton right now to provide these meals that we're doing and provide for our campus. And that's really important and meaningful work that we're doing now. There's other people in auxiliary services that are here. There've been bus drivers on campus. There've been people working at the golf course, people coming and going and parking. Really, really important. But yesterday at around noon, somebody really special showed up at Bolton to convey to the team here how he appreciates what we do, not only the people that were here, but as an entire team in auxiliary services and within dining. And it was Kirby Smart, our head football coach. And I thought that was really, really cool and really meaningful that he was willing to take time out of his day and come to Bolton and walk through and have a conversation with us about the meaningful work that we all do. So for right now, in this moment, that's my favorite story that I can share over the past 18 years of dining services.
Awesome. We did have one other question that came in just literally as we're closing, because we've just about ran out of time. But how will the 9-month employees, how will they know when to come back?
Yeah, so that's a good question. We've got phone numbers, we've got email addresses, we've got all of that. We're going to do our best to stay in constant communication with everybody on the team through avenues like this, but also through email and phone. So, you know, be on the lookout. Keep an eye on your inbox. If we call you, pick up the phone. We're going to be doing regularly scheduled, or not regularly scheduled, really more random, but just check-in calls. We've already got a list of managers lined up where we're going to take phone numbers and just basically go down a list. And the idea in doing this is to basically call people, check in on people, because we want to know a few things. We want to know first and foremost, how are you? How are you feeling? How's your family? How are you getting along in this very difficult situation? Because, you know, we care about you and we want to know, you know, that you're okay. We want to know that everybody's okay. But we'll also be able to do that to be able to convey really important information about work and things like this about, you know, when we come back to work. So, you know, be on the lookout for emails, be on the lookout for a phone call. We just really want to know, are you well? Are you safe? Do you need anything? But we'll also provide more information about returning to work when we do those things as well.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, Bryan, for your for what you shared with us this morning. It was great to see. It's great to see you. Hadn't seen you in seems like a month of Sundays, as they used to say. So it's good to see you, and we'll be hearing from you soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, and thank you everybody for joining us this morning. Really appreciate you being here. I hope you all stay safe, be well. If you need anything from us, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I hope your families are doing well as well.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. The next session will be at 11 with Matt from the golf course. We'll see you then.
Thanks, everybody.